Hello and welcome to BW London podcast. So my question today is it over for women in their 40s? So I'm approaching 40 next year. I'm a widow and I haven't been in relationship for 7 years, and I think I calculate that I've only been in relationship for about 35% of my whole life, starting from 18. I got doing that assessment because I've heard Kevin Samuels do that with people, tell them what percentage they've actually been in a relationship. And it's an odd one because I've got cousins who look up to me and who I've nurtured in their younger years, we have like a 10-year gap. I think the minimum gap is 7 or 8 years. And some of these cousins, female cousins, they're single. And in my opinion, we are competing for the same man, ultimately. And, them with a better stance, or for some of them that are younger, those who have children are in a similar space to me, but not even, because although I haven't had my menopause, I don't intend to have more children. I already have 2 that are teenagers, and this is it really. So in my opinion, women in their 40s, no matter the scenario, because I know Kevin Samuels differentiates between baby mothers and women that were married and had children. And I understand the difference because I definitely believe in bringing back shame to our game to help us improve as a people. But with whether it's over for us, I mean, I can't say concrete yes or no until I've tried every avenue. I've only decided recently that I'm ready to partner up again, look for a marriage and so on. And as a person who does listen to Kevin Samuels, I will be trying the whole matchmaker thing first, and nutritionist. I mean, those are his advice, not necessarily what I need, but nutritionist and a personal fitness instructor. But I personally haven't tried the matchmaking thing, and I would advise that. It sounds like a good idea to me, and it's something I intend to try. But when I'm actually in my 40s, because my children are close to 18, I think it will be nice to be able to give myself fully to a man and not have to worry about the children as much. So I will be waiting until I'm 42 to be exact, and I know that's very late, but the deal is made. I have children, I am a mother. I don't believe in burdening a man with my children. It's way too late now to consider them to be a stepdad. So obviously, if you're in your 40s, whether the game is over or not is going to be very much down to your personal circumstances, but we can't deny that, the percentage of getting with someone is extremely low. I do have aunties and friends' mums that died alone. They've been single their whole life, or for the majority of their life, or they're single parents and had an illness or whatever the case may be that they passed away, but they passed away alone. Some of them had the pets, the dogs and cats, and die alone, just as said. So this isn't something. I do remember in 2009 when a friend of mine's mum died, and I remember I kept saying over and over again for the rest of that year, we really can die alone, because I automatically believed her mum would one day find love, because that's what us women feed to one another. We always tell each other there's somebody out there, Prince Charming is coming, and not necessarily the case. So with that said, I'd say, although it's not over for women at 40, but the effort that has to go in cannot be denied. At the stage where my kids turn 18 and I decide, yes, I would like to live the rest of my life with somebody, serving a man, enjoying his company and vice versa. When I decide that, I have to do it with the same conviction that I've done anything in life, my degree, my PhD. But, all work things has to go with the same conviction, caring about your style, how you look, getting on that matchmaker and making the dates happen. And I'll be honest, I'm terrified of it, because one thing that has happened over the months that I didn't see coming is Kevin Samuel really addressed the fear in black women and modern women generally, and it is a real fear. We've got so much traumatic experiences, most of us, and things that have happened. We live in a constant state of fear. And as you get older, it starts to get more clearer. So while you're spending time staying away from men because they're so scary and abusive and all these other things that many of us have been brought up with by our parents, and being independent and getting your own, lots of us have been brought up that way. But while we're doing that, by the time you hit 40 and you realize there's only, God willing, there's only another 40 years left of life, why not try? Why not experiment? And Kevin Samuel said something amazing yesterday. If I can find it, I'll slot it in. But it was beautiful. But it was when he said, even though you've basically been traumatized and you've loved, you're going to have to love harder now. The next time round, you're going to have to give even more because, you know, the question for the last 2 days of Kevin Samuel has been, what do you have that you haven't given to someone already? And the truth of the matter is, for someone like me approaching 40, there's nothing I have that I haven't given someone already. But I can do that. I can love harder. I can be more trusting and so on. So it's not over for women in their 40s, but they do have to approach wanting relationship and marriage with the same conviction that you would any objective in life. I've given my own self hope here. All right. Well, take care, everyone. Thanks. Bye.